Good morning, children. This is your chemistry teacher Murali Krishna. Today I am going to discuss about chemical reactions of alcohols from the chapter Alcohols, Phenols and Ethers. Now we will see the esterification reaction. Esterification reaction means formation of ester. When alcohols and phenols react with carboxylic acids and acid chlorides and acidic anhydrides to form ester. So we'll see alcohol formula ROH. You know the formula of alcohol. When it is react with carboxylic acid formula RCOOH. Then here a chemical reaction is taking place between them. In presence of acid, you are going to get RCOOR. Here, from here OH, from here H, water molecule is going to be removed. Here ester is formed, children. This is ester. R dash COOR. From here, from this reaction, ester is formed. That is why it is called as esterification reaction. Even you take acidic anhydride, same alcohol, even you can take aromatic alcohol. RAOH you can take or aromatic OH also you can take. Aromatic OH is nothing but phenol ring containing OH. Already I told AR means aromatic, that is nothing but benzene ring. AROH is nothing but benzene ring containing OH. You take either alcohol or phenol or aromatic AROH, and even if you react with the acidic anhydride, RCO taken twice O. This is called acidic anhydride. This is acidic anhydride. Acidic anhydride. Here also you are going to get esters here. ARCOOR. You are going to get ester. Right, children? Here this is called esterification reaction. Right? And RCOOH, carboxylic acid. Right? Here you look at the equations, children. Here to differentiate you, R prime I have taken here. R prime I have taken, and here I will write R prime COOH. Right? This is ARCOOR prime here it will come. So why I have written prime means to understand that from the R prime is from acidic anhydride. Acidic anhydride. Right? Even acetyl chloride also. Even alcohols are aromatic hydroxides, or you can say AROH or even phenol. Even they react with acetyl chloride. RCOCl. This is called acetyl chloride. Here also you are going to get ester you will be forming. Here to form the ester in presence of a base, pyridine base is required. Here you are going to get RCOOR. You are going to get the ester. Here also the same thing. Here ester is formed. Right? Plus HCl will be formed. HCl will be formed. In these reactions, you can see ester is formed. Means even when alcohols, even here also you can write AROH. R is nothing but benzene containing OH. Even you take any alcohol or phenol, when they react with the carboxylic acid, this is carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids, right? They form ester. Here also in presence of acidic medium, they form esters. Ester for the RCOOR. I will tell the complete structure of ester. RCOOR. This is ester. This is the full form of ester, children. This way you can learn. Right? Yes. Now we'll see the next some chemical reactions.
In this only here one important chemical compound salicylic acid. From the salicylic acid we can prepare aspirin. That one important reaction that I will write now. Yes, children, here salicylic acid. Salicylic acid for the benzene ring containing OHCOOH. This is called acetyl. This is called salicylic acid, children. Okay. OH, benzene ring containing OH and COOH. This compound is called salicylic acid. When it is reacted with acetic anhydride, okay, here we can prepare aspirin. Aspirin is acetyl salicylic acid. Here COOH, there is no reaction in COOH. Here in OH group, this COCH3 group is attached here. COCH3 group is attached here. Yes, COCH3 group is attached here. Right. This compound is called as aspirin. Aspirin is used in it is used as analgesic agent and anti-inflammatory agent and antipyretic agent. Right? Here the byproduct is acetic acid CH3COOH. Here the compound is called aspirin. Even in medical stores you can find out this medicine in the name of analgesic tablet, means headache tablet, in the form of headache tablet you can find. The full form is acetyl, the complete name of this aspirin is acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid. Even this same reaction you can find out in chemistry in everyday life chapter, children. Then it is used as analgesic agent, means it can, by using this we can reduce the pains, and anti-inflammatory, by using this medicine inflammation we can reduce, and even it is used as an antipyretic. Antipyretic means to reduce the fever also we can use this tablet. So it is important, children, it is important. How to make aspirin, how to prepare aspirin is important. And we'll see the remaining chemical reactions. Okay, what happens when these alcohols react with hydrogen halide? Okay, when alcohols reacts with hydrogen halides, like HX or HCl, there what happens? RCl, alkyl chloride, RX, here RX and H2O will be formed. This is the general reaction. I have written. When alcohols reacts with the hydrogen halides, here they form alkyl halides. Alkyl halides are formed. Here the difference in reactivity of these classes, three classes of alcohols, which distinguishes them from one another, that is called Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent, here one important point is there, it is a Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent is mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. Concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. Anhydrous. This mixture is called Lucas reagent. This is important. This Lucas reagent is helpful to identify primary, secondary, and tertiary. There are three types of alcohols. This is an alcohol, children. RO means alcohol. So primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. To identify the primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol, we can use Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent means mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride. Right? And here how to distinguish, right? Here if tertiary alcohols, this is important point. Tertiary alcohols immediately they give white turbidity. Turbidity means like precipitation. Immediately. immediately white turbidity will form. Whereas secondary alcohols, white turbidity is formed after 5 minutes. White turbidity after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes. Okay. And primary alcohols, no reaction. Primary alcohols, no turbidity, I can say. No turbidity. Right, children? No turbidity. This way, primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols we can identify by using Lucas reagent. If you take any tertiary alcohol, you add this Lucas reagent, within the fraction of seconds, immediately white turbidity is formed. Whereas secondary alcohols, white turbidity will form after 5 minutes. Whereas primary alcohols, there is no white turbidity. That is, in this way, we can identify primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Next, children, reaction with phosphorus trihalide. Phosphorus trihalide means PCl3 or PBr3 like that. Tri means 3. Br3, Cl3, that is trihalide. PCl3 or PBr3. Already we have learned this reaction in haloalkanes and haloarenes, first chapter. Now once again I will write. When alcohols reacts with PCl3, alkyl halides will form RCl. Cl, 3 moles of RCl plus H3PO3. This is the reaction. Alkyl halides will form. Alcohols reaction with PCl3, even they react with PCl5 also. Alkyl halides, alkyl chloride plus ardophosphorus acid. This is ardophosphorus acid. It will be formed. Next reaction, dehydration reaction. Dehydration means D means removing, hydrate means water molecule. Dehydration means removing of water molecule. This is most important, children. Dehydration reaction is most important, right? Now we'll see the general equation. When you take alcohols, for example, this is the basic structure of alcohol. Right? OH group is there, that is why it is an alcohol. Here, if you take any dehydrating agent, suppose sometimes heat is required. There what happens, the water molecule will be eliminated and you will get an alkene, children. Now, here what is happening, from here H and from here OH, H2O will be removed. So as water is removed, it is called dehydration reaction. Here alkene is formed. Here different conditions is required for different types of alcohols. We'll see, for example, in case of ethyl alcohol or ethanol, this is called as ethanol. It is called as ethanol. Ethanol, in presence of sulfuric acid, it is a dehydrating agent, children. At 443 Kelvin temperature is required. There you are going to get C2H4. This you can write it as CH2 double bond CH2 alkene. Both are same. This is called ethylene or ethene also you can write. Ethene. Here also water molecule is lost. Here, if you take sulfuric acid at what temperature? At 443 Kelvin temperature, the reaction is going to take place. In the same way, if you take any secondary alcohol, for example, this is propanol. This is secondary alcohol, right? If you take any dehydrating agent, even orthophosphoric acid, even 85% orthophosphoric acid is enough. 85% orthophosphoric acid at 440 Kelvin temperature. Little low temperature you can find out. At 440 Kelvin temperature, the same thing is happening, means alkene is forming, right? And here also this is also dehydration reaction. Now one more tertiary alcohol if you take. This is a tertiary alcohol. This is tertiary alcohol. In case of tertiary alcohols, even 20% orthophosphoric acid, 20% orthophosphoric acid is enough at very low temperature, that is 358 Kelvin, around 360 Kelvin, that is 358 Kelvin. Here also the same thing. Here, what I mean to say, you might have observed that all the three dehydration reactions children. Here, in case of ethanol, H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin. It is a primary alcohol. It is secondary alcohol. It is primary alcohol. It is secondary alcohol. It is tertiary alcohol. Primary alcohol case, high temperature is required and highly concentrated sulfuric acid is required. In case of secondary alcohols, not 100% concentrated. 100% concentrated is not required. 85% of orthophosphoric acid is enough. And temperature also decreased, you see, at 440 Kelvin. Whereas in tertiary alcohols, at very less concentrated orthophosphoric acid at a very low temperature only dehydration is taking place. From these three equations, what you can say, the dehydration, the easy of dehydration is the easy of dehydration. The easy of dehydration of alcohols is the order is tertiary alcohol, easily, and secondary, and then primary. This is most important. Yes, children, I think you might understand. Yes, children. Now we are going to learn most important concept, mechanism of dehydration of alcohol. See, this is the alcohol, children. CH3CH2OH. This is alcohol. Okay. Now, in presence of acid only we are doing this hydrolysis, dehydration. In presence of acid only we are doing hydration. So what happens? Here, oxygen always will have lone pair of electrons. Always oxygen will have lone pair of electrons. So here, this lone pair of electrons is H plus is nothing. So this lone pair of electron is sharing to H plus. Now what is happening? Protonation is taking place. It is called as protonation. That is nothing but formation of protonated alcohol. Formation of protonated alcohol. Both the sides arrow mark you need to keep, and here protonated alcohol is formed. Protonated alcohol. How it is happening? The same as it is writing CH3, CH2OH, H plus. This is called protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol means one proton is added to the alcohol. As this is alcohol, one proton is added. This is first step, children. This is step 1. In step 1, what happened? Formation of protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol. And more important thing is here, it is the fast. The reaction is fast. Now we'll see the step 2. In step 2, what is happening? The dehydration is taking place. Here, as it is, we have right here. Second step. From here, as it is, I am copying CH3, CH2OH, H plus. This is protonated alcohol. From the protonated alcohol, here this electron pair is shifting towards oxygen, right? This is here. That way H2O will be removed. This is called as protonated. This is nothing but after removing we are going to get is carbocation, and here this is a carbocation is forming. After removing water we are getting carbocation. Carbocation means carbon having positive charge. You can see here, carbon having positive charge. This is carbocation.
carbocation.
Right? Plus what is removed here? H2O is removed. Right? And this is slow step children. This is slow step. And what I can write in step 2? This by writing this step 2 also in words we need to write. What we have to write? Formation of carbocation. Formation of
carbocation by the loss of water. By the loss of water.
Right? And step 3. In step 3, just elimination of proton. Elimination of proton. How it is? As is I am writing once again. This time as is I am copying.
CH3, CH2, carbon having plus charge.
Now I am removing one proton. How I am removing proton, children? You see here. This electron giving to this electron. One bond means 2 electrons. Thus 2 electrons are given to this carbon. Right? So that way, if the electrons comes, carbon positive charge also will get cancelled. Right? And here
CH2 double bond CH2.
now required alkene came. What happened?
We removed one proton.
H plus is nothing but
Proton. You all know H plus means proton.
the third step. What we did? Okay, we eliminated the proton. Okay, formation of alkene. Formation of alkene by eliminating proton. By eliminating
proton. This is the mechanism, children.
right? Mechanism of dehydration of alcohol means when alcohols are dehydrated, we'll get alkene. Alkene will get. If you want little bit clarity, here I will write the equation.
Ethanol. This is ethanol, and in presence of H plus R, we can write sulfuric acid at 447 Kelvin temperature. Okay, you are going to get alkene plus water. This reaction, this is the main reaction. This is the mechanism of
The above mentioned reaction. Mechanism of dehydration of alcohol.
easy children. First step, what you are doing? You are adding one proton. So what is happening? We are adding one proton. So formation of protonated alcohol. First step we are adding one proton. Second step we are removing water. Right? And third step we are eliminating one proton. So the required alkene we are getting. This is